Beth, go on Do Not Disturb. I'm going to tell you that right now, if you're not.
I am.
That's good. The last episode I edited, there were like 3 Discord badoops, and I was like, I will never forget to tell Beth to go on Do Not Disturb again.
Sorry.
I had to cut out the entire subplot where Anderson briefly goes to Spain because it was just covered in Discord message notifications.
I'm
Not
so
Anderson
sorry.
going to Spain.
I don't even remember.
I thought that was like a really good part.
I don't remember Anderson going to Spain, but I am sorry about that.
You don't remember that?
I don't.
That was like a major subplot.
This is your story. He
You
went
wrote
to Madrid. He ate
Beth
some
has-
paella.
Beth has an existential crisis.
He
like-
briefly learned Spanish, fell in love with a beautiful Spanish woman, and then had to fly back to America to
He
complete his
cheated
mission.
on Rose?
Yeah,
It's
right.
actually
I knew
Rose,
that.
but in Spain.
It's Spanish
Spanish
Rose.
It's Spanish
It's
Rose.
Rosa.
It's Rose, but from a different timeline where she learned
Um,
Spanish through a bird-based app, probably.
I want you to know.
I thought you were just gonna say through a bird.
Jupiter,
yeah,
no!
basically.
I want you to know that that's canon now, and
Well, it was, and then it got removed.
well, we'll see about
Oh, it's
that.
canon
Life,
again.
life finds a way.
finds a
Anderson
way.
moves to Spain and cheats on Rose with Rosa. I spelled sprain. Moves.
Sprain. Anderson moves to Sprain.
Copyright free Spain.
Okay. All right. You guys ready to get started?
Oh yeah, what a brilliant way to start this episode.
All right. Now that you guys all gaslit me about Anderson going to Spain.
Well, he did.
Did he? I don't remember this.
Oh.
Anyway, would anyone like to do a recap for this week?
Mark is shaking his head.
We died and went to heaven,
Mm-hmm.
but without dying.
Okay.
Anderson got mad at a bunch of rooms and also a man named Calamity because none of them were order. We picked up 2 halves of a medallion that will let us talk to a man named Abner, who I guess is in charge of heaven.
Oh, heaven is lo-fi hip-hop chill beats to study and relax too, by the way.
That is actually not a shitpost. If for some reason you're just tuning into this episode, we did confirm that heaven was lo-fi hip-hop beats to study / relax too. And we briefly met a wombat made of stars.
He screamed at you because you broke his skateboard.
Oh yeah, the skateboard. Can't forget the skateboard.
Phoebe still has
Phoebe
half
has
of
a
that.
skateboard now.
And she has half of a skateboard.
Half of a skateboard. So
Yeah,
she
you guys
can
met-
pull off some straight tricks.
Yeah, let me try this. Is this actual glass in my shoe?
What?
Oh, hey, it is!
Why-
I broke a glass earlier today, and then I felt something in my sock that hurt, and I was like, probably just a pebble. And then I remember thinking on my way home, LOL, probably glass. But then I was like, that's stupid. So I got home, forgot about it till just now. It is glass. But I also poured coffee in my pocket the other day, so, like, this is not out of the ordinary for me.
What?
Yeah, that was an accident.
It's fine. You know what? I'm moving on.
So, yes, you guys exited Limbo, down into the Temple of Many Moons, wandered around.
We're just
Gonna go right past that.
Okay.
We don't need to expand upon the many ways I've fucked up my life.
I think we just need to clip that. I think that's going to be a good clip.
Yeah,
Just
there's some glass in my shoe.
there's coffee. The time I poured coffee in my pocket. Anyway,
You made it through Limbo. You walked through the Temple of Many Moons. You met an echo chamber, which was like this fucked up rat wombat creature and this like fucked up little kid, both made of like darkness and stars. They did this like weird echo thing where they didn't actually echo back at you. It was kind of mocking almost. It was really annoying. You kept going. You got to the temple. The temple was like weird and abandoned. Had like some half thought out puzzle traps that were not very well executed. And you found one medallion. Continued on. Met Calamity, who said he was the first half of creation along with Order, who wasn't there, as expected. Anderson.
As expected, we were told he was going to be like 8 rooms ago.
Or-
Red Velvet is getting a 1-star review for terrible directions.
Fate is like, I told you I couldn't see in there. I don't know what you expected from me. Anyway, you met Calamity. He was like, just this big, angry, crying cloud. Really, like, casual for a god. And then he was like, hey, I need your help. I got locked out of heaven because I threw a big old temper tantrum. And I broke it in half and I shot a moon out into the mortal sphere. And now I'm banned and I can't go back in there. But Order's in there, so I need you guys to go get him. And so we found Lo-Fi Heaven. And you guys start today just exiting this, like, cave of stars and cosmos. And this, again, this, like, sprawling city of deep purple and blues and violets and pink lays before you. It's like, intensely electronic, almost neon glowing. There's planets in the sky, moons, all, like, different colors. Just, that's very strange for planets. And biggest and most center of all is this absolutely massive black ocean. It is, like, thick and inky, and just beneath the surface you can see stars and constellations, and even further than that you can see the entirety of Earth itself. Before you lies this large pink, almost like highway, and it seems to be the only direction you can go at the moment. And as you sort of continue on down looking at it, you can see what looks like a guard station with this large blue figure seemingly just standing there.
So we see a gate, we see a blue guy, and that's what we got?
Yeah, so you are a distance away, but you can see that the road takes you in only one direction. You can't really make out any details of the guard tower. You just see what looks like a structure along the road and a very large blue person. Question mark. In that area. That's where you find yourself.
All right, team. This is probably not Order.
Yeah, no, I mean, I wouldn't think that the first person we saw would be the one person we're looking for now.
I know, or the 5th or 6th. So is this the guy that we got to show the medallions to and be like, get us a meeting with Order? No, Abner, right?
Well, when you figure out which one's the right one, I walk away.
When did you become so sassy? Anderson hobbles after you.
Phoebe points to like Cornelius, and then she's like, and then she follows Cornelius.
All right, we approach Blue Man, Abudai.
Okay. You guys walk. You're actually a bigger, like a larger distance away from Babudai than you thought. It takes you a good like 10 or 15 minutes to make your way down there. And as you do, so the road, like where you were in this cave, was like, it wasn't like exactly paved. Like think straight up neon pink dirt road.
Ew.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. But as you guys keep going, it turns from dirt to neon asphalt, and it's like a paved actual road. And as I say that, coming into view on the side of the road are these like cars, like regular Earth cars, just abandoned.
What make and model?
There is the first one you pass is a Bloyota RAV5, 1999, black.
I think it should be a 19,099.
19,099.
You got that future
a
shit
car,
up here.
a car that we can't parse yet.
It's written on the back of it. It's like there's like a neon strip. You know, on those buses that'll be like it'll say like now loading to 15th Street or something like that. It just says Mr. Johnson's Bloyota,
Wow.
over and over.
Wow.
The future is here, and it is Bloyota.
Why do they have future cars?
Who's making future cars for heaven?
I think heaven probably gets all of time.
Are there like people on the? Are there people anywhere like outside of the cars?
No, actually, that's the thing. Is some of these cars are like fucking smashed. This one's just abandoned. There's rubble and stuff. Like it looks like a tornado went through here.
Wait, are the cars driving?
Nope, they're just on the side of the road, like abandoned.
Hey, she looks inside of one of them.
It looks
Hello?
like a car. There's no one in it.
Is there a Kia around here?
Roll. Make a luck check for me. Like roll luck.
Why would you want that?
Why would you want a Blia?
Incredible warranty.
Incredible warranty. You're in heaven.
I passed.
You passed. All right, Anderson. You look at this Toyota and you're like, Toyota, I want a Blia. And you turn around and bam, brand new 2004 Blia Bold.
Nice.
What?
Here it is.
Neon green.
Phoebe. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and the little like neon strip just reads unowned.
This was the first car that the mob got for me.
Phoebe looks around. She's like, dang, I wish I had a Bluick.
Make a luck check for me.
Oh yeah, it's heaven. Of course I could do that.
Anderson, are you trying to like get into the Blia?
Yeah, I'm pulling on the door.
The door swings open.
Oh, get in, guys. We'll go to the gate.
Not
Beep,
when I
beep.
got a 12 on my luck roll.
Great. Anderson, you're loading up into your neon green 2004 Blia. Almost the exact, it even smells like your first car. Like
Ew.
images of being a teenager come rushing back as you get into this thing excitedly. And as you do so, Phoebe, you're like, oh, and you turn and you just glance over your shoulder. Oh my God. I forgot what car you wanted, but you see it.
A Bluick. A 2017
Neon pink Bluick.
Phoebe runs over. Is it unlocked?
It is unlocked. This one is owned though. There's the little thing reads as Steven Stevenson's Steven Mobile.
Phoebe takes out her ID. It says Phoebe, but it doesn't say Phoebe, it says Phoenix.
Mm-hmm. She's
But she,
tapping it against the car.
No, she's like, I could be Steven Stevenson.
This is my Steven Mobile.
Cornelius,
This is my Steven Beale.
get in the Blia.
Get in my
I think
Bluick.
instead of doing either of those things, I'll just think about how it would be really cool if Heaven gave me one of those one-wheel automatic skateboard things.
Roll luck. Roll luck.
Not a hoverboard. The hoverboard
I know
have
it.
2 wheels. It's the
I
one
know what
with
you're talking
one
about.
big wheel.
And there's
in the middle.
the one big wheel in the middle, and there's a board that you balance on.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
There was
They're
a guy.
expensive.
There was a guy on my college campus who used to ride that everywhere, and then in the last year of me being in college, they banned them, and he was like, "Fuck you, can't catch me," and just rode it everywhere.
I mean, what are
Fair.
you gonna do?
How are you going to catch him?
If only there was a vehicle with more wheels.
The cops are running, and they're like, "Please, we didn't train for this."
So the funny thing is, I did actually see him the other day. He was riding it down the street in normal day traffic. It was kind of insane. They do
Classic.
go pretty quick. Anyways, I got a 17, so
Great.
I'm riding one of those to the gates of heaven.
As you notice, as you're declining the Blia and the Bluick, Cornelius, you actually trip over this one-wheeled hoverboard that is you're like, oh my God, but when you go to turn it on, instead of it just being boop 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 and being a wheel, it literally hovers a bit off the ground. The wheel turns
cool.
on its side and does that little blue propulsion, so it's an actual literal hoverboard.
Okay.
What the heck?
Cornelius, put that thing in the trunk. Get in the Blia.
Anyways, I'll see you guys later. I get on the hoverboard and I hoverboard over any of the crashed cars that are in the area, and then I leave.
It has this weird problem of bouncing you up and down a lot, but it also seems to have a self-locking system, so you're not going anywhere. You're just going do 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 do
I
Just going up and down.
as you move along.
ne-
Oh, okay.
I
I
don't
am
like
moving though.
I don't like asking people for art, but the image of Cornelius on a fucking hoverboard in this neon pink background.
You just see
Cornelius vaporwave bounce hoverboard experience. It happens this episode.
you guys are
It's
having
here.
the lo-fi vaporwave experience. Anyway,
Anderson is having a normal heaven experience in his Blia Bloll.
so do you guys? I will say for ease of time, the Bloll and the Blia, the Bluick and the Blia both turn on like no problem, and you can drive them down the street.
What a coincidence! I go.
Great. Phoebe, do you also go?
Phoebe obeys the traffic laws if there are any.
Not that you can see. There's no signs posted. In fact, the ones that are posted are written in a language you don't understand. And there's just one. There's one sign you can make out, actually, that all three of you will make out. Is there's just a picture of a demon, like a generic looking demon with a little like crossed out sign and the word "hot" written above it.
No
Demons
hot
aren't,
people.
Demons aren't hot in heaven.
There are no hot demons allowed in heaven. What is it trying to say?
Hell only traffic?
Oh,
we're all like driving like cars. So
No
we're just, like,
traffic or
shouting
you
at each
go
other.
to hell.
You're just leaning out the window yelling. There's no one else on this road. But you are, you are after another few minutes of this at the guard station, which is this like large. It's weird. It's like not a building, but it's like sectioned between two buildings. There is this large, towering blue figure who like looks like he has been crafted out of like neon glass links, bent over this large podium, sort of like scribbling. And there is a woman, like an obscenely tall woman, screaming at him.
Oh,
What
do we
is she-
recognize her?
No.
What is she screaming about?
Where the fuck is my daughter? I know she was supposed to get through here. I know for a fact that 2 days ago she died. She was supposed to be here. She was on the list, and the guy goes, Ms. Lane. And she goes, Mrs. Lane, I was married. He goes,
Beep, beep,
Oh.
and they both turn.
beep.
And the guy says, Mrs. Lane, please stand aside. I have other guests to check in. And the woman throws her hands up and stalks off to the side.
Hello?
Hello, humans. You've died. Congratulations.
No,
Are you
we're
order?
not dead.
Am I... Looks down at you. My order? No.
Are you order?
No!
All right, Cornelius,
there-
Phoebe, can you deal with this guy? I'm gonna go back in the Blia.
Cornelius has already walked away to talk to the tall lady.
Okay. Is there a gate?
There's a gate behind him.
Phoebe like points at it and she starts like honking her horn.
And he goes, yes, I need you to step out of your acquired vehicles and present your identification, please. Cornelius,
Stevenson.
step out of the car, ma'am. Cornelius, you go over to tall lady. What would you like to do?
What did you say your last name was?
She looks at you and she goes, Lane? What's it to you?
What's your daughter's name?
Adelaide? Adelaide Lane? Called her Addie? Do you know her?
From Sins?
Yeah, from Cincinnati, Connecticut. Do you know my daughter? Do you know what
Yeah.
happened? Holy shit! Oh my god! Hi, I'm Dandara. I'm her mother.
Oh.
This is insane. What? Do you know what happened to her? Because this guy won't tell me anything. It's just one day I'm living here. Get word that my daughter's about to pass and that she's made it to heaven. So I come to the gate to greet her, and then they tell me there's been some kind of clerical error and she's not allowed in. She's not getting in, but she's also not going to hell. And then no other updates. So I don't know what's happening. So I've been here every day since, just waiting for someone to help me.
Have you...
I'm sorry, I'm being very rude. I'm Dandara. You can call me Dandy. What's your name?
Sure. My name's Cornelius. Nice to meet you.
Nice to
he
meet you.
offers his hand
She
for a
shakes it
handshake.
firmly.
Yeah, okay. Earth's kind of broken right now, I think, is the best way to explain it. I saw her this morning.
You saw her
yesterday
this morning?
Yeah, she looked fine.
She's dead. She's
Oh,
supposed to be.
Yeah, no, like her ghost is fine. Her spirit,
Oh.
she's just like hanging out in the red velvet. I don't think you know what that is.
No, I don't know what that is.
Well, it's a ghost casino or something. I don't I don't know.
She's living in a casino now? Oh.
She's fine. She's fine. She's fine. She's so okay.
Dandy's like head in her hand. She looks miserable. Phoebe. So giant blue neon light man bends down over his podium to you again, Phoebe, who's just honking. He goes, "Ma'am, if you get out of your vehicle, I can check you in. But if you do not exit your vehicle or check in, you will be stuck here for eternity."
She like continues to honk, and she's like, "I'm Stevenson."
He turns.
Tell them about
She,
the
like, points-
medallions.
We got medallions.
We have medallions.
That's nice. And backs up and just goes back to like flipping through his thing.
Do you know Abner?
Oh, sorry, I can't hear people who are in their cars.
Oh my god. I
This
hate it.
guy is rude.
He
Get
go-
out.
He goes,
Hey,
Ew.
what's your name?
"My name?"
Yes.
I don't have to tell you that. What's your name, little human?
You know Abner?
First of all, yes, that's a dumb question to ask. Secondly,
Okay, that's fine. I have medallions from Tweedledee and Tweedledumbass over in
I don't care. It's his
No,
majesty.
but the-
It's his majesty, Lord Abner, King of the Moon. Like, do not just call him by his name. That is insanely rude.
All right, Mr. Dr. Professor Abner, we have one free pass to go see him, and I would like to cash that in, please.
I sincerely doubt that, but by all
Phoebe,
means,
do you have the medallion?
Phoebe like
Cornelius has
gets out of the she like gets out of the car, but she doesn't put it in park, so it just like drives into the gate.
Blue guy watches it and he's just like, uh-huh.
Oh yeah, sorry. It's not my car, so I didn't really.
He
I just wanted to see what happened.
He shrugs and like points to a Camry that's like also crashed into the gate, and he's like, "No, someone did that like 200 years ago. It happens."
You
It
had a
doesn't- that's-
Camry from 200 years ago?
That's insane.
He laughs and he's like, "You
Oh,
don't
is
know.
this place timeless?
You don't know how
Is
heaven
it-
works. It's fine."
Okay. Anyway, she like pulls, and she's like, "Oh, I left the medallions in the glove box," and she like runs back to the car. She grabs the medallions,
Okay, and
and then she brings them back, and she's like, She like throws them up like this.
he goes and looks down, and then double takes, and he goes, hold on. He grabs him, looks at him.
Ew.
Ew, he's biting them?
Ew,
yeah.
those were like on the ground.
You found them on the floor.
He's like, "I can taste the eternity dust."
Yeah.
He gives them back to you. They're both really wet, like dripping.
Why is he so
She
sloppy
like
about
she
it?
like tosses them to Anderson.
I don't want these.
He goes, "Wow, I'm color me surprised." All right. Yes, I don't know how or why you have the concepts medallions, but you have the you've got both of them. So yeah.
Yes.
Okay, just get checked in, and I will pencil you in for the earliest meeting with Lord Abner.
What's your name, by the way?
Stevenson.
Goes, my name is Carmichael.
Yeah. Good to
Okay.
know. Good
What
to
is
know.
the? I'm sorry, Carmichael. When is the soonest appointment to see the
Goes-
Majesty Abner?
I have one in about 200 years.
See, I figured that
Oh.
was gonna happen. That's not like we're mortal.
You're,
We're also on a time crunch, calls over Cornelius.
Oh yeah, yeah.
well,
thank
everyone's
you.
mortal. You're deceased mortals. That's literally
No,
the
we're
point.
not dead.
We're
not
alive.
We're not dead.
That's impossible. And he leans over, and he like looks at you, Anderson, and he goes,
I step back. I
He-
don't agree with this.
grabs
course of
you,
action.
picks you up
Hey,
by like
put
the
me down.
scruff of your shirt again, and he's like holding you, and he gives you a little poke in the tummy, and he's like,
Ow.
Hey, can you put my friend down?
Put me down.
he's like holding you, and he picks you up, Phoebe, and he's like,
No, don't. You can put me down. You can leave. You can keep him. Put me down.
No, wait a second.
Cornelius pardons himself away from Miss Lane and says, Please hold. I'll be right back. I'm
She's
so
like,
sorry.
what is he doing?
Hey,
he's
can
like
you put them
sniffing
down?
both of you guys and then puts you
Hello?
down. And he grabs you, Cornelius.
Oh, okay.
He goes, yeah, why are you alive? How did you get here? And he puts you down too,
Listen,
Cornelius.
it's a long story. You don't want to hear it. We don't have the time to explain it. We need to speak to Abner.
Okay. All right. Here's what I will do for you. I will put you in for the next appointment to see Abner. I will move you to the top of the list on
When's
one
that?
condition.
When is
Okay.
it?
It will be in about 1 hour.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
I need all 3 of your names, I guess your ages, since you didn't die, and your greatest fear. Those are the 3 things I need, and
Why
you can come.
the hell do we
That's-
need to tell you our
this is,
greatest
like,
Like, so
fear?
specific.
Is this a job application?
Is this the worst job
Yeah,
application?
Do you not know all those things already?
Oh, I could take a guess.
You're like Sir Carmichael or something. You should know this stuff.
Yes, sir, Dr. Professor Carmichael.
Fine. He's like,
Ugh.
all right. Do I know your names by looking at you? No. Shockingly, I don't know every single human that crawled off the slime of Earth. I'm sorry, but
I'm sorry, you just
it
have
is
Toyota
kinda slimy.
Camrys from 200 years ago. But you don't know our names. I'm sorry. I don't know how
do
heaven
you
works.
think that the
I'm alive.
do you think the fucking Camrys just like died and showed up here? No, they were built here, dingus. And he leans over and he goes,
Going here?
Wait, what? You guys?
Building Camrys.
Wait, when did you guys?
Dies.
Some people are really passionate about cars.
I'm gonna go build a Toyota Camry.
he leans over and he scrutinizes you and he points at you, Anderson, and he goes, you are afraid of dying alone. Maybe not even just dying, mostly just being alone. You have a lot of deep-rooted abandonment issues, and that's a problem for you. And he looks at you, Cornelius, and he goes, you have a really similar fear. You must, you try to protect everything, it looks like, but it's mostly just out of fear of losing it all. And he turns to you, Phoebe, and he goes, you look like your biggest fear is
Dying alone.
being inconsequential, having no real purpose in life, not doing anything, not really having a reason to live.
Oh, look at Dr. Carmichael living up to his psychology degree.
How?
I mean, I wrote a book, so I'm not really afraid of like not doing anything in life.
What have you done since then?
It's okay, Phoebe.
He leans back and he goes, so that's what I'll put down, unless you'd like to correct me. Anyway,
Yeah,
now
you
I'm
know what,
looking
that's
at,
fine.
and he goes, anyway, I'm looking at about 4 hours now.
What the fuck?
No, Anderson Rivers, age 30.
All right, Anderson Rivers, age 30, and how accurate was I, Mr. Rivers?
You're fine. Your accuracy's fine.
30. All right, and he is scared of dying alone.
Oh, he's so scared of dying alone.
Okay, and you,
Maybe.
tall gentleman, and he points at you, Cornelius.
Gandalf.
All right, do you say Gandalf?
No.
He stops writing down Gandalf, and he goes, "That's not your name. I'm sorry. What is it?"
I was playing a little pop culture prank on you. My name is Cornelius Needlesser. It was updated recently.
Need lesser. Age
42. 42.
42.
42.
All right. And your greatest.
that?
And again, how accurate was I on the guess there?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Also scared of being alone. All right. And you, little lady.
A Phoenix Ballo.
Nick Ballo. Age. You're
hold on.
you're
29.
You are 29. Hey Anderson, you're 32.
He doesn't need to know that.
Yes, he does.
He doesn't-
And Phoebe, he leans over Phoenix and he goes, and how accurate was I?
yeah, you got it.
All right, inconsequential life choices.
This-
All right,
This guy.
so wonderful. So if you'll step into the truth slot for me, we'll just double check that none of you lied, and then we'll be on our way.
Wait, you have a truth slot?
Wait, what?
He like laughs. He's like, yeah, what do you think that door is over there? I'm not I'm not omnipotent. I don't know if you're telling the truth or not. I can guess, but we have a machine built for that because I can't let liars into heaven. If you're lying, then obviously you're gonna have to go in for some reconstructing, which will only take about 15 minutes.
Reconstruct? What
What's
the
the
hell is going on
current
here? You got
year?
people
Hold on, I
building
think I
Toyota
lied.
Camrys. You're reconstructing people. What is this?
Dandy's like, heaven's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, apparently, tall woman.
She shrugs.
What's the current year? Am I 41 or 42?
Um,
I don't.
he goes.
It's one of those.
He goes. It's right now. It is still technically 2030. Technically. But I can also access the year 1967, 2150, and 2247 if you need
Those
those.
Why?
specific years.
Those are
Why?
those are specifically the active years in heaven at the moment.
I get into the truth machine. I'm
Yeah,
tired
you know,
of this,
that's
man.
fine.
You know,
Anderson's gonna get reconstructed because he lied about his age. It's fine.
you guys get in the truth. Phoebe, do you also get in the truth machine?
Yeah.
All right, you guys get in the truth machine. Phoebe, Cornelius, bing, 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 green light. You guys get sort of like pushed right through the door, like a little like moving sidewalk pushes you right through. And you are on the other side of the gate. And Carmichael waves to you guys, and he was like, yeah, so meeting in an hour. Anderson is not with you. And he says, yeah, meeting in an hour. You can pick up your friend down at the Peacekeeper's office. He's a liar.
What did he
Oh,
lie
shocker!
Anderson.
He's like 32. He's 32.
about? Oh,
Anderson-
this stinky boy.
Fucking lied
He's
about
trying
2
to. He's trying to.
years.
He's trying to get away with his age being younger than he is because he's afraid of aging.
I knew he wasn't a year older than me.
He's twins with Atticus. What do you mean? What is that like a revelation to you? You guys are best friends.
They're twins? What? My best friend is a twin?
Phoebe's like, they don't even
always
look
been
alike.
twins.
Oh my god.
Did you see their hair color? What the fuck?
Phoebe's like mind blown.
Anderson, you step into this room and you hear and this giant red light flashes above you, and the door, which you would have hoped maybe would have swung open, is like an LED screen that flits on, and this completely expressionless blonde human woman says, "Hello, dearly beloved. We must bring you in for some
No.
reconstructing.
No.
We hope
Hey,
that-
wait, no.
We hope that with some kindness, some patience,
No.
and some love,
Stop this.
you
Hey!
too,
I'm like banging on the door.
you too can be a constructive member of Heaven Society. So
Loss
come,
of control. It's loss of control. It's loss of control.
so come on down, and the floor opens, and you fall into darkness.
Ah!
Phoebe, Cornelius, Anderson does not come out of the room.
Phoebe like knocks on the door.
It doesn't open. It's just silence. Carmichael is back to being screamed at by the tall lady. And she's just like, great, you're done. Can you fucking help me now? I'm so tired of being here. I've been here for days. And he's like, I'm tired of you being here too.
Oh wow, we're gonna come on, Cornelius, let's go find Anderson.
I think he'll be fine. You think they got food up here?
Yeah, let's oh dude, I'm starving.
Oh, me too.
You wanna, yeah, let's go find food.
Yo, heaven ramen?
Yo,
That
gotta be
shit's gotta
heavenly.
be bussin'.
Haman. So you guys
Ramen.
Oh man.
you guys enter the city, which is actually like, thank God for once, really close to the gate entrance. Like, you guys stepped out on the other side of this gate and the city sprawls before you. It looks like if New York City and
It's
Tokyo
clean.
had a baby in the year 3000. Everything is actually clean, minus the, like, rubble situated everywhere, which looks like it's probably not supposed to be there typically. There are some buildings that are, like, cracked in half. There's some lights out. Like, there is still telltale damage. But you can see, like, above you, like, these huge winged beings flying back and forth, working on the buildings, giant, like, materials being transported back and forth. So it's, like, clearly still under construction. But there are an endless sea of people like walking all around you. There's food stalls, there's these game rooms, there's neon lights for just about anything you can think of. Flying cars, people walking, cars on the ground. It's civilization, but it's heaven. You see regular people, like regular humans. You see people in like period dresses. You see people wandering around that are like these huge winged beasts with these metal helmets completely like obscuring their faces. There's no like pets or animals. It's just all people and these like winged creatures.
Confirmed animals don't have
No, there's no animals in heaven.
God, Beth, you're writing the dogs right now. Right now.
They have their own.
They're their own heaven. We're not there right now. We don't have time for that. So
Beth says, "Heaven be like," and then there's an image I posted in general. So do with that what you will.
Oh, let me.
Can we? Is this something that we can put in the episode?
Of course it is. It's a very public meme that's been around for years.
all right, I'm opening it.
Society without pets.
Society in heaven. Year 3000.
Oh no, hold on, I gotta get out of here.
What a hill to die on. This isn't normal loves pets.
I'm sorry that I wrote pets out of my
Heaven if
my
pets
heaven-
were allowed.
my heaven experience. But that's okay. That's why I'm only partially in charge. Max will come back and he'll write dogs directly into heaven. The sequel.
It's fine. They're all at the park today. Every dog is at the park today.
They're having
dog
a
is
dog
having a
day.
dog
And they're having a
There's-
good day
Yeah.
together. That's why they're not here.
There's a whole other part of heaven that you guys specifically are physically incapable of going to. They're all over there.
Calamity destroyed pet heaven?
No. He
What
broke
an asshole.
He broke heaven in half, so you can only get to one part of it.
And this app has no pets.
That's the way to dog heaven is broken today. Go back tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but dog heaven is locked. You're gonna have to come back later.
Dog
You're
heaven
gonna
under
have to
construction.
unlock that later with
Yeah, it's
DLC.
it's a DLC.
All right. So, Andrews, Cornelius, Phoebe, as you're entering in, this woman with these large, beautiful, rose-colored wings, and this like little jumpsuit, like this cute little green jumpsuit, approaches you, and she goes, "Excuse me, are you Phoenix Ballo and Cornelius Needlesser?"
Yes.
Hi, my name is Adam. Oh shit! I know I can't name her that. Fuck.
We've got too many atoms really
It
fast.
wasn't gonna be like ADAM. It was gonna be like ATOM. My dumbass.
We've got too many
Right.
atoms. They're pronounced the same.
I know.
Just do a hard T. Atom.
Atom.
Hi.
Hello, I'm Atom.
Hi, I'm Atom. And I've just come here to give you your peacekeeping ticket to collect your traveling companion.
Hi, thanks, Adam.
It's Atom. And she gives you this like little glowing ticket. And she goes, "If you make your way down to Peacekeeper Office 1.516, you will be able to collect your friend in approximately 14 and a half minutes."
Can I ask you a question really fast, Atom?
Of course.
Did the food, like the shops around here, do we need money?
Well, certainly not. Everything in heaven is available to you. All we ask is that you're a productive member of the society in return. And everything is provided for you, of course.
I gotta work for food.
Well, of course.
Ugh.
I mean,
You gotta build Toyota Camrys.
Yeah,
she laughs and she goes, I mean, you're only going to be working on your scheduled working day out of the week.
what? Oh, I'm not like.
Just one.
I'm
Of
just
course.
visiting. She like points at her fake visitor's pass that she doesn't have.
She like leans forward and gives you a sniff and she goes, "Oh, you're alive. That is quite strange. Well, that's no matter. If you simply haven't made it here yet, you are bound by the same rules. So if you're here for a week's time, you will be required to work for 1 day period. And then the rest of the week is free for you." So she like flicks around in this little tablet and then puts it back in her pocket and she goes, "Well, you aren't ever making it to heaven because you sold your soul to the concept of time. So I don't think you or your friend here will have to worry about paying for food. So be on your way, have as much as you like, and I hope you enjoy your experience."
Dude, free food. This is so sick.
I gotta sell my soul more
Heaven's
often.
cool.
This is
Heaven's
life
so cool.
hack.
You sell your soul to the concept of time and you get free food.
Anderson, we bounce over to you. You fell through into the pit of darkness. And you kind of just float around in this like sea of empty darkness, alone
Hello?
with your thoughts for what feels like ages.
Order! Abner? Phoebe?
Phoebe goes, yeah, what's up?
And after a couple minutes of like crying, yelling, screaming, any emotion that you were processing, you are very, very suddenly and very sharply, harshly blinded by this insane blue light.
Turn it off!
And when you finally manage to sort of get your eyes together, you are in a chair in a small gray room, completely devoid of any of that same neon you've almost come accustomed to. And in front of you are two large, buff guys with these big old white fluffy wings and no face.
Order?
They look at each other and they say, "No."
Oh, I need to go see Order, please.
Anderson Rivers, you are here for reconstructing, as you are.
I don't like the sound of that. I'm alive, so you can't.
They again look at each other and they look back at you and they're like, "That's okay. The reconstructing helmet has an alive setting. We've just never tested it before. But if you're going to break the law, you are required to serve the same sentence as everyone else. And for your punishment, you have been doled 5 minutes. Your choice. Would you like pleasure or would you like the pain?"
Can I skip both and just confess? Aren't you guys all about confessing and how that fixes everything?
That's a myth. If you would like...
Common heaven myth. I'm debunking it now. Take that back to Earth with you.
They say, "Your confession is appreciated, but you're only confessing because you have been caught. It does not matter. You have..."
No, you're right. It doesn't matter. This is a big misunderstanding. All right, I'm not supposed to be here. I have a very important meeting with Abner. What are your names, by the way? Because if you don't let me out, I'm going to report you both.
Faceless guy number 1 says, "Well, my name is Kyle." And faceless guy number 2 says, "And I'm water bottle number 3.
You have beautiful names.
Water bottle number 3 goes, "Thank you. We picked them ourselves."
That's awesome. Listen, water bottle number 3. Kyle, you both seem like reasonable people. All right, I'm sorry that I lied. Genuinely, I am really scared of losing control of the situation, and I didn't want to admit that, and that's my bad. That is my bad. But I don't need to be a constructive member of heaven because I'm not going to heaven. I'm just here because I have a meeting with Abner. I am next on the list. You can call Abner HQ, whatever. Lord Abner, Lord of the Moon, Lord of Heaven, and all the moons in heaven. Give him a call. I'm on the list. You gotta help me out.
Water bottle number 3 picks up a big gray helmet, and he goes, "Well, the rules are the rules."
But I don't belong here. I'm gonna go to hell when I'm dead.
Kyle says, "And the facts are the facts. Just because you do not live here, you do not reside here, and you will never reside here, does not make your presence here any less pressing. And if you broke the law, you must be reconstructed. It will
Fine.
not harm you."
Fine, I'll take the 5 minutes in the pleasure helmet, whatever.
They look at each other and not a smile, but almost like a smile in their voice as they go, "My favorite." And water bottle number 3 shoves the helmet on you. And
Great.
Anderson, I would like for you to describe your greatest dream.
My greatest dream. A day with my wife and my kids.
Okay.
Beth, don't ruin this for me. Beth, don't take my son.
It's going right in the
Don't take
wood
my
chipper.
son.
Please don't take my son this time. You didn't take him last time. Don't take him this time.
I'm trying to remember how I thought about this earlier today, and there was a really specific way I was going to go about this. Because I didn't know if you were going to get arrested or not, but I 100% thought you were.
It's official. Anderson's been arrested.
Anderson gets arrested.
Anderson gets arrested in heaven.
Okay, Anderson. So, here's what happens. You get this helmet shoved on you. And just like any VR game you've ever played, it takes a second, and you can see the network unfolding before you. And then, for a moment, you forget. You forget that you're in VR. You forget about heaven and Atticus and Samicus. All of it. Right now, you're just going on a picnic with your wife and your son and your little infant daughter. And you're going out for just a nice day together. Rose is holding your hand. She's got this picnic basket. You've got Bee in one of those little like baby slings. And Boo's running ahead of you guys, chatting about some legendary bullshit. He's so excited. And it's perfect. The sun is so warm. Everything's really peaceful. This is the best day you've had in so long. And then Boo gets hit by a car.
No! Boo! Oh my god!
And as you're screaming and you turn to look at Rose, she is across the table from you, Anderson. And she slides you divorce papers. She says,
No!
I can't do this with you.
What?
And then you see your daughter, an adult, and she's in a wedding dress. And she looks so much like you, Anderson. And she looks you in the eye and she goes, you weren't invited to the wedding, Dad. I don't want you here.
The picnic.
And and again, you're back in that picnic moment. Your wife staring at you, your son in front of you alive, and your daughter a baby on your chest. And again, a voice in the back of your mind says, would you like to keep lying?
I already told the truth. I look at Rose and I say, this isn't real. Don't divorce me.
She goes, I would never divorce you, Anderson. I love you.
That's good.
And then,
I'm like looking
and then
for
again,
a car.
Boo, you look back over your shoulder, and again, that same horrific image of Boo getting nailed with a car.
God,
And again,
damn it.
you're at that table with the same papers being slid before you.
You liar.
And again, you see your daughter rejecting you from her own wedding.
Me have a heart.
And you hear again in your mind, are you going to stop lying now? Someone goes, I don't think this is working.
I already told the truth.
There's like a silence, and then you're back at the picnic, and they're like, this isn't really working that well. Should we switch it up?
Boo! Get over here. Rose, don't divorce me. I look down at the basket. I'm like, Bee, you better fucking invite me to your wedding.
Your baby like gurgles. And then after a moment, the helmet is pulled off you roughly, and you are in the most painful way possible shoved back into your body. The horrific visions and memories of what's happening with your sister and the world. And the two little angel guys are like a little confused with their arms crossed, and they're staring down at you, and they're like, are you gonna be naughty?
You're sick. Both of you.
Oh, fuck, we didn't switch it. And Kyle hits water bottle. He goes, you left him in the dead mode. No wonder it didn't work.
What?
And Kyle's like,
Daniel,
ah.
what?
Water bottle's like, oh, shit. Sorry. So basically what's supposed to happen is you're supposed to be presented with like your life's greatest dream, and then you're supposed to get a stark reminder that you're never gonna get that again because you're dead, but you're alive. So of course you can go home and have a picnic with your wife. And then it fucked up, and it aired out, and it kept killing your son. Sorry about that.
Can I go?
Cornelius's voice echoes through the halls. You should sue them for medical malpractice.
They look at each other, and they're like, all right, if you don't tell anyone about this, we'll just pretend that this worked, and you're all good, and we won't tell anyone anything.
Me out of here.
And they're like, all right. And they pick you up by the arms and they start walking you out of the room. Cornelius, Phoebe, what kind of food did you get?
Yo, I got some sticks with some meat skewered on them.
Nice.
Yo. Do they have
Good sauce.
So,
just sauce?
Phoebe,
Good sauce.
let me describe the restaurant you approach. Cornelius, with your desire for meat sticks, you approach a shop that's being run by a
You're not
person.
gonna call them kebabs?
No, they're not
finish.
kebabs.
Sticks.
They're like those little skewers you get at like a street food stall with just like some wrinkly little meat on it.
Oh,
I
like
see.
chicken satay with peanut dipping sauce. Oh,
Yeah.
that shit slaps. Okay, so
Yeah.
you approach an actual like kebab stick stand. So like there's a guy there selling this food. Phoebe, you're not really feeling meat stick. So you like kind of look around and you see let's see if I have it. I don't have it. You see this like angel looking woman who looks really similar to the lady that gave you guys the ticket for Anderson. Just like smiling behind this like big pink stall that literally says anything.
Oh, I love anything. And she walks over to it.
And she, the lady looks down and she goes, "Hello there. What can I get for you
Hello.
today?"
Do you have like everything, right? Assuming.
Yes, I can make you any food item that has ever existed on Earth up until this point in specific time.
Oh my god. Wow. That really opens up a lot of possible. Okay. Here, let me ask you this. What's your most popular dish?
She looks around, looks at her stuff for a second. She goes, "Oh, that would be pizza. Specifically, the pepperoni variety. I also, I'm sorry, I lied to you. I just looked through my database. I don't have the year 1928 available. So any food that was invented in the year 1928 is not available for sale at this point in time."
What happened in 1928?
And she looks around and she goes, "I don't know."
Okay.
Send her to the
Oh, man.
chair.
It's okay. We can stick with like 1927.
I can offer you anything from the year, like she makes an unintelligible noise, to the year 2030.
Wow. All right. I don't know what that first year was, but that's fine. Anyway, I'm gonna assume it's the beginning of time. But could I just get like you got like Hot Pockets?
She goes, "I do have Hot Pockets. I have peanut butter and jelly, ham and cheese, chicken satay, meatloaf, cheeseburger, fish and
Dark and
cheese,
stormy.
dark and stormy
Wait.
Campbell's Hard Soup Edition."
Oh my god. Never mind. Give me a fillet of fish.
She pulls out a filet of fish Hot Pocket and she goes, "Here you are."
Wait. No. Oh man, okay. She like takes it and she goes to Cornelius and she's like, "I just wanted a fillet of fish. I don't know what this is."
It's a fillet of fish hot pocket.
It's like an actual filet of fish shoved into a Hot Pocket.
I was thinking like a fillet of fish, like an actual like fillet of fish sandwich between two Hot Pockets, just like
It's like I was thinking like you have like a Hot Pocket that literally looks like it's like been baked with a filet of fish sandwich sticking out of it.
That's what
Cornelius,
I was imagining too.
Cornelius walks up to the same stand and is like, "Hold on, don't worry, I got this. Hello. Can I get a
What can I get
fillet
for-
of fish?
Would you also like a filet of fish Hot Pocket edition?
No thanks. Just like the first one that they made."
The first one that they made. Understood. And she pulls out this like nasty looking filet of fish. She goes,
No, not like the first one they actually ever made. Sorry, I should have been more clear. My apologies. I just mean like a normal fillet of fish, like how they just
a classic
Help.
fillet of fish.
"Oh, the classic edition, of course." And she pulls out a normal filet of fish and she goes, "Would you like tartar sauce with that?"
Yeah.
She goes, and there's like a big old pile of it, and she goes, "I've calculated the exact amount that is for prime consumption, and I determined that this is how much tartar sauce you would probably like."
I mean that's definitely the amount my son would probably put on one
She
of
gives
these.
you a cup, and she goes, "Here's the to-go cup."
Thanks. I I put the cup upside down and scrape most of the tartar sauce off, and I hand the still sort of saucity fillet of fish to Phoebe.
Thank you.
I'm drinking the rest of the tartar sauce.
As
I
you
don't
guys
want to
are,
watch this.
as you guys are
It's
getting,
okay, I've walked away.
as you guys are doing this, who's holding the ticket, by the way?
Was it handed to Phoebe?
I don't remember who I gave it to. Who wants?
I think it was just offered, but I can have it.
Yeah,
Okay,
I trust Cornelius more.
Cornelius. The glowing golden ticket starts flashing, and it says "Ready for pickup."
Oh, our boy's out of the laundry.
Let's go pick up the laundry.
Let's go pick him up.
All right. You realize you don't know where you are or where this specific peacekeeping office is.
Phoebe like goes hello. She just like shouts out.
You shout hello, like in a "I need help" kind of voice, and you hear from behind you someone go, "How can I assist you, mortal?"
Whoa!
And you turn
It's Man Janet from The Good Place.
You turn around and Manet is there.
Manet.
It's
Wow.
Manet.
Manet. So what's standing behind you is this large, imposing man in almost like classic angelic regalia. It's like this like long white robe and these like weird like hot pink neon shoulder pads that also look like they're made out of metal. And he has these like gorgeous long wings that also are made of that like same neon like bright light. They're pink and gold, and they're totally stretched out. But he also does not have a face. Instead, he has these same like neon coloration lines, almost like a crown, like growing out from his head, surrounding partially around his face. And he looks down and he goes, "How may I assist you, mortal?"
Oh, you're so
Hi.
beautiful.
"Why, thank you. I am Peacekeeper number 6969.
Oh, that's so
God
cool.
damn it.
That's such a Peacekeeper 6969. That's kind of cool. Do you know where the Peacekeeper home base is? We need to pick up our friend for laundry.
Do you have a ticket?"
Yeah,
She like
I take it out of my front pocket.
Phoebe pretends to pick out the ticket, but she doesn't have it.
He goes to grab it from you, Phoebe, and then he looks at it, and he doesn't have anything, and he goes, "Error." And he turns to you, Cornelius, and he grabs it, and he looks at it, and he goes, "Yes," and eats it. Like it like goes into his mouth like a little receipt, and then it like gets spit back out, and it's no longer like golden. It's like a little white ticket, and he goes, "Your request has been processed." And he fucking grabs you by like the shoulders. He grabs you by the shoulders, Phoebe, and he goes whoosh and flies straight up.
Oh.
And you are soaring, scared, like free ballin', flying through the city as this man
Free ballin'. Free ballin' through the city.
and he's flying you in complete and total silence, unaware and uncaring if you are screaming or yelling or anything. He just flies and flies and flies. You pass nearly identical streets, like it's the same hot pink, purples, blues, everything's so neon and like sunsetty. And eventually, after a few moments, go ahead and switch to image number 4.
Cornelius leans into Phoebe while they're flying and says, "I dropped my sauce."
I didn't even get to eat my fillet of fish.
Oh,
It
we're at
got
that.
squished. It's like all over her shirt.
It's like splattered. And then after about a minute or two of flying, he lands really roughly in front of this large red building that has this, like, you know how in New York they have those like those building entrances that have those ceramic like people carved into it?
Yes.
I don't know how to describe it, but otherwise, basically, it's this large, like, stone-cut entrance with all of these people and sculptures carved into it, but they're a little strange. Like, they don't make that much sense. But the most noticeable part of this building are the large wings literally growing out of it, red on one side, blue on another, with the word Peacekeeping Office, whatever number I stated earlier, because I don't remember it. Here you are. And Peacekeeper 6969 turns to you and he goes, "I have escorted you safely to your destination. You may retrieve your reconstructed friend inside of this building. Is there any other assistance I can offer you?"
No. And she just like kind of like like gets the fillet of fish off her.
He holds
Yes.
out his hand and offers you a tiny cup of tartar sauce. He
Uh,
goes, I noticed you dropped this on the flight, and littering is illegal.
Yeah, I wasn't really prepared for flying. Sorry, I'll take that. Where, if you don't mind me asking, do we go to meet Abner from here?
Oh, if you have a meeting with High King Abner, you must travel to the top of the Celestial Realm, which is over there. And he points to the other end of the city where there's like this giant fucking building. And he goes, King Abner is in that building right there. If you ask anyone or ask for help again once you have collected your friend from reconstructing, anyone would be anyone would be more than happy to deliver you to your selected location. You may also rent a car if you would prefer to drive yourself.
I had a car, but I wasn't able to bring it in.
Thanks for your help. Bye. I walk into the building.
He goes, goodbye.
Phoebe just like stands there awkwardly for a second, and she's like, "Okay, goodbye."
He looks at her and he goes, are we friends now?
She walks away.
He's like, the answer was no, and walks away too.
Oh no, I feel bad now. He did ruin my fillet of fish, so I don't feel that bad.
He's like, stop ruining fillet of fish. And you guys go into the building. The inside of this building is much the same as the out. It's got these like red marble walls, this blue marble floor. Everything's very neon, very, once again, lo-fi in here. And there is a perky looking receptionist woman sitting at the desk. She goes, hi, can I help you?
Hello.
Yeah, we're collecting our little guy.
Oh, do you have a ticket?
Yes, I hand her the now white ticket.
She looks at it. She goes, oh, you got it processed already, I see. Oh, okay. And she sticks it in another machine and it comes back out and it's really wet. And she's like, I'll have Dale bring your friend back.
Thanks.
And she like presses a button and she goes, you can take a seat if you'd like.
Okay.
And she goes back to like clacking on something unseen. And after a few minutes, Anderson, when you were forcibly ejected from that room, you were brought into another waiting area where some other people are just kind of like chilling out in there. It's like
I asked them all if their order.
all of them say no and then give you weird looks.
I sit sadly.
Anderson, after maybe about like 10 minutes of just chilling in this room, this like kind of balding, taller man approaches and knocks on the glass and he goes, Anderson Rivers.
I go up to the glass and I say, are you going to stick another helmet on me?
No, if you've been reconstructed, you don't need that again.
I sure have been.
He squints at you. He goes, yeah. Anyway, your traveling companions are here to collect you.
Oh, finally. All right, get me out of here.
You follow him down. And Phoebe, Cornelius, you see a man leading Anderson into the room. Phoebe, it takes you a second. But the man leading Anderson looks exactly like your dad.
She looks at him for a second, and then she's like, she gets really close to him, and she's like,
He's like, oh, hello. This is you're Anderson?
who? Hey, did you say, are you Dale?
Yeah, Dale Ballo, can I help you?
Phoebe like runs away.
He's like, all right, and he goes back into the other room, and Anderson, you have been deposited into the waiting area.
I turn towards Cornelius and I say, do you have a filet-o-fish?
No, that's Phoebe's. I hand Anderson this, I think smaller now, cup of tartar sauce, and I say, I got this for you. I figured you might be hungry.
Where did they get the meat?
Don't ask questions you're not ready for the answers to.
Can we go see Order, please? Or Abner?
Yeah, you're gonna love this. It's gonna be so funny. Phoebe, this is gonna be so funny. Check this out. I
Phoebe's
take both
like
of
run
them.
outside.
Phoebe's
like,
already
gone.
outside.
Yeah, Phoebe, are you? So yeah, you left the building.
Yeah, she's gone.
Yeah, She fucking blasted past the two of you.
Phoebe's already outside. Anyways, check this out. I grab Anderson by the arm and I rush us outside. So this is gonna be so funny. Are you ready? Phoebe, check this out. Anderson's gonna get to experience this for the first time. Help!
Behind you, a woman goes, "Hello, how can I help you?" And when you turn
We
around,
have to see Lord King Abner. Help! Please.
3 for
We
Lord.
have an appointment.
Do you have an appointment? And she leans forward and she goes, "Yes, I can smell your appointment starts in about 15 minutes. If you'll please follow me."
Sniff us.
She grabs Phoebe. She grabs you by like the shoulders and the neck. Cornelius, she does the same. And Anderson, most horrifyingly of all, she starts to fly away with your friends. And you're like, "Oh my god!"
Wait, no, he's with us. Wait, no, he's with us. Hold on, wait.
Whoa!
Let me finish. As she starts to fly away with your friends, her feet transform into these large bird-like claws, and she grabs you by the shoulders, lifts you up, and starts flying away.
That's better than what I thought you were gonna do.
No, that's fine.
And
I thought it was gonna be like wrapped in her.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
she's just like wraps you in her thighs and flies away. But no, Anderson, maybe to your horror or your dismay, you are picked up for like a child for the 4th time today, and being flown across this city towards this large
down.
purple and silver building on the outskirts of town. She flies you over. It takes like a probably good 5 or 10 minutes just to make it from one side of the city to the other. And she drops you right in front of this huge building with this steel archway, with like it almost looks like a crown insignia kind of carved into it. And there are 2 absolutely massive, if I described tall, buff people, it's nothing to the 2 beings standing outside of this door who are more muscle than anything else. Like they have tiny little fucking pee hole heads, and then like the biggest goddamn bodies you've ever seen. One of them doesn't really have that much leg. Like his legs are like little like tree sticks, while the other guy is like tree trunk number 1 and tree trunk number 2. And they're both standing in the door, and faceless lady, peacekeeper number ? Drops you off, and she goes, "Is there any other assistance that I can offer to you at this time?"
Do you
Thank
know
you. You've
order?
been so helpful. Anderson, stop.
No, I have a question, like for realsies.
Of course. How may I assist you?
Are the people like the humans that are here, like, are they like, do they retain their memories from their lives?
Of course.
I gotta go back. I gotta go back. Like, I gotta
You
go
gotta
back.
go back.
Do you need
I
me
gotta
to
go
take
back.
you back to the station? And she like goes to like grab you again.
Yeah, I gotta go back.
Oh.
We have an appointment in like 10
No,
minutes.
like, my dad was there. That was my dad. That was Dad
Oh.
Ballo.
I think you gotta
can
go
you
back.
after? No, wait. We have a meeting in 10 minutes.
Hold on. I think we can handle this. Do you need to go back?
I gotta go back. And she puts her arms up like this.
The lady angel like picks you up and puts you on her hip, and she goes, "Is anyone else heading back to Peacekeeper Station number insert number here?"
Cornelius, we can't.
No, we have a meeting. Unfortunately, we'll take care of the meeting. Phoebe, have fun.
She like salutes you guys.
Okay, goodbye. And she fucking whoosh, like fucking t-shirt, not t-shirt. She like Team Rocket blasts off. And Phoebe, you are headed back to attempt to interact with your father. Cornelius, Anderson, you are standing outside of Abner's tower, and that is where we'll end things today.
Wait,
I
I
believe in
wanna.
us.
I have a.
Oh,
I have
okay.
a line to sign off with.
Sure.
All right. I turn to Cornelius and I say, "God damn it! If this is heaven, what the fuck is hell?"
Worse. So bad. It's bad. It's not good. It's so bad.
Well, thank God I'm Catholic.
Anyway, I think we got this.
All right.
No, I don't.
Now-
I think we don't actually, because I just have you actually.
Oh,
He laughs at Anderson and then walks inside.
Anderson said my inferiority complex is growing every day.
I believe in us.
Oh my
I changed my
God.
mind. I don't believe in us.
I forgot you're my only partner. I no longer believe in us.
I forgot
wait,
Phoebe's not here.
Never mind.
I forgot. We just let Phoebe go.
Phoebe's the only adult here. Fuck.
Thank you to Mango, Amanda Krondar, Morgan Wolbrant, Emily Laderna, and Smarties for their continued support of the show. Support the show at patreon.com/tincast and get thanked every single week if you're a legendary patron. We will be back on May 1st with the 9th episode of the Dissolution of Order. And until then, drink lots of water. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And until then, bye.